What is up, everybody? It is Alex from Heavy New York, calling from the quarantine zone again, and this time we got Flo and Nico of Landmvrks. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's so awesome to have you here. How's everything out in France right now throughout this crazy reality that we live in?
Yeah, I think it's the same everywhere. We still have like the pandemic stuff going on, but I think today we have it's gonna be like more chill. Like we have the lockdown being later. Maybe I don't know. Like, but yeah, it's still here. I think it's gonna be there for a long time still, but we need to continue our life and we need to deal with it, I guess.
Definitely. Worst case scenario, you guys should do an underground show in the Paris catacombs. Please, I'm still trying to.
That would be nice. That would be dangerous, I guess, but that would be nice.
Yeah, well, this is rock and roll. It's supposed to be dangerous, right?
It is. Yeah. Right, you're right.
But it's so great to have you here. Thank you for giving us some new music to wait out these uncertain times, because the album Lost in the Waves was absolutely amazing. I just want to know what the thought process was with the making of this album. How did Lost in the Waves sort of see the light of day?
It's been a long journey, to be honest. Like, we began in 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's pretty normal for an album. Like, we released an album 2.5 years ago, so maybe 6 months or between 6 months and 1 year after our last album, we began writing stuff. But some things changed in the band because we have new members for this album. And it's been sort of a transition period between the last album, Fantasy, and this one, because we had new members. We had to know them and know how they can, what they can do for the artistic stuff in Landmvrks, for the music, really. And it's been really great, actually, because our drummer, so we got a new drummer and a new guitarist, which is Kevin and Paul. And those guys are pretty talented, and we wrote new stuff. It just opened so much more things in our music. And yeah, that's the starting point. So the first thing we did is that we rent a house, sort of a house
studio
/ recording studio, and with a swimming pool, of course. And we came with basically nothing. We wanted to create from the how you say that,
from the beginning,
from the ground up. Yeah, from the beginning, like without any song really prepared or anything.
But we all together, because usually we didn't do this in the past. It was usually like Flo and I.
Yeah.
Like when we have rented this house, we were like all together, trying to write all together, like different ideas and stuff. So that was like a really good experience.
Yeah, that sounds like a normal approach to write an album, but we never did it. We always write music in front of a computer, and just the both of us. So this time we decided to kind of jam some ideas all together, and it was so interesting. And after this session lasts like 2 weeks, I guess. After the session, we already had 4 or 5 songs, not maybe 3 or 4 songs that end up in the album.
Wow. And you mentioned that, having the new members come in, and you were working on this material for 2.5 years and stuff. What we're hearing is not exactly how these songs were first originally written. They might have changed a lot over a span of time, right?
To be honest, not that much. Some songs are very different, like the Overrated. overrated. The first version of overrated, sorry, was really different. But for example, Tired of It All
was finished. Rainfall.
Yeah, Tired of It All, Rainfall, and I don't know.
And there is some songs in the trash.
Yeah, and some songs there. Yeah, we left some songs. But for example, Rainfall and Tired of It All, when we finished this session, it was basically the final product.
I think except the lyrics.
Except the lyrics, for sure. It was the final demo, and then I have to wrote the lyrics, record the vocals, and that was it. So we focused. So, I mean, when we write song, we usually when it's a good one or not. If it needs too much work,
it's not a good one.
Yeah, maybe it's not a good one most of the time.
Will you ever worry that the song you leave out will be a B-side one day to just be the biggest hit you guys ever had?
Maybe. Maybe.
That would be sad. Maybe we're gonna release an whole album of B-side.
Yeah, usually when it takes too much time, like we spend 2 weeks, a month on a song, you're like, dude, there is a problem, so let's move on and
write another one.
Write another one.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, you never know if that problem can be fixed though. So always safe to keep them on a hard drive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Now, this clearly wasn't just a follow-up to your previous album, Fantasy, right? Like this was almost with the new lineup and with the way you were writing these songs. This was almost a new start for Landmvrks in a way, right?
Yeah, that's true. Because we try new stuffs. We try a new way of work.
The recording process too was different.
Yeah, it was just a fresh air. And you know what? Because Nico was the only guitarist in Landmvrks for 2 years or 3 years.
Maybe more.
Yeah, because we had a guitarist at the beginning, then we have to separate from him. And then Nico was the only guitarist left on stage or in the band for a very long time, because we just didn't find the person we wanted. So we had to sample a guitar on stage, and
it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was really a pain in the ass. We're not the band. We're not the kind of band who want to sample, just use sample stuff.
Especially the guitar.
I mean, not a lot. We try to play everything that we can. And so it was a long journey before we have a new guitarist, and now so this new guitarist and this new drummer brings a lot of freshness in the band. So it was kind of
a new start.
And exciting again.
Yeah.
I mean, we always been excited about this band because it's kind of a I mean, it's a pretty new band. We're not that much old, yeah. For Landmvrks is not that old, but it adds a lot of excitement.
Yeah, there's such a difference that could be made with an extra guitar player. Like I remember, I was interviewing Whitechapel back in 2018. They have 3 guitar players, and like I asked them, like, off the record, like, just out of curiosity, is that really necessary? And they're like, yes, you will notice a drastic difference. So bringing in a second guitar player always helps. I've always said that there should be like a heavy metal like symphony of just guitar players, just so you could, and when you take one guitar player off of the stage, you just notice the difference.
I mean, it's like Iron Maiden. There are 3 guitarists in it.
Yes,
very useful. The harmonies and stuff. So 3 is great.
Has there ever been a time where maybe a vocal concept or a vocal idea could influence the music itself, or has there always needed to be music before you come up with a meaning for the song or a lyrical idea?
Maybe in the song, Actually, there is two songs in the album that came for vocal concept. Yeah, like Visage. Obviously, that we wanted to do a hip hop rap part. So yeah, the first idea was to rap. So it is a vocal concept. So it influenced the whole music. And the fact that is just a fun fact, but the fact that the first verse is in French was not how to say that, it was not our first idea. We just wanted a rap verse, but not necessarily in French. At first I wanted to try it in English, but before even trying it, I asked Nico. I said to Nico, like, "Yo,
He wasn't comfortable with the rapping in English.
yeah, I wasn't confident. I was like, yo, I don't have all the
Grammatical and
the language stuff. I don't have everything I need to rap properly in English. That's a fact. So
I told him, like, dude, do it in French.
yeah, yeah. So what can I do?
I mean, we are French, so yeah, and you know how to rap in French, so it's obvious that you're doing it in French. And he was like, yeah,
okay, let's try it.
let's try it.
I was very afraid. I'm not afraid, but I was very like, yeah, kind of afraid of the reaction of the other guys because of the French stuff. But they immediately liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see why anybody would have a problem of you rapping in your own native language.
Yeah, true, but I don't know. It's like it's such.
Yeah, because like we choose like English in our songs because for us like English sounds better than French. So in our mind was like, okay, we are going to write songs only in English. So
Yeah.
it was obvious for us to write in English.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, maybe French? Why not? Okay, let's try it.
Well,
Yeah.
one of my favorite bands is a band from Japan called Durangray, and they only sing in Japanese. They don't sing in any other language, and I can't picture them. I still, to this day, I've been listening to them for over 10 years now, and I still don't know what they're saying. But, like, they always, like, it just sounds perfect for their sound. I can't picture Rammstein singing in English. In fact, if you,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, in fact, if you translate Rammstein's lyrics in English, they sound very underwhelming. Like they just become a lot less strong. So, so I think it depends. I think maybe that could be a concept. Do like a full-blown screaming song in French. Maybe it'll sound awesome.
I can try that. I don't know if I'm ready to do it, but
Maybe in the next album.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And it's fair to say, like, I consider your music to have a lot of different vibes and a lot of different sounds. That also, is it fair to say that everybody in the band has different inspirations that you all try to bring into the fold? Like to have a song that like is very, very aggressive, but then to have a song where you rap on it, and just like even go like I know that Rainfall and Silent, they have different vibes behind it. I know that Say No Word and Always and Paralyzed, they all have their own vibes. So like it's fair to say there's a lot of different inspirations, a lot of different emotions. You don't just all look at things one way, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We all come from different type of music. We all listening to so many different music that we just have kind of no borders. Is that the right term?
Yeah.
I mean, we want to do heavy music.
Soft music.
Yeah, but I mean, we are a heavy band, but so this is the foundation of Landmvrks. But we're listening to so much music, and we really love so much different music that we're like, why not incorporate all the things we are listening into our music? Because we enjoy so much listening to them. We're gonna enjoy a lot more playing it. You know, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are listening a lot of French rap music, punk rock, hardcore, yeah, like deathcore. So why can we mash up everything together?
Yeah, like right now, Paul, our new guitarist, is listening to a lot of synthwave.
Yeah.
Nico's favorite band is Blink-182. Yeah. Mine is
Unpopular opinion. Their self-titled album is their best album. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same, dude. I'm thinking the same.
We might have just become best friends. I don't care.
Yeah.
Dude Ranch is okay. Enema of the State is okay, but their self-titled is the best.
Yeah, dude, the best one. I totally agree.
Yeah. I think you're the first person to be agree with Nico. I mean,
usually for people it's like Enema of the State or Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. But for me, it's like the same style.
No, that self-titled album shows an emotional side of Blink-182 that we haven't seen. Like, that was something else. Oh, man.
So you see, like, Blink-182 is like one of my big inspiration for writing. And I guess if you're listening to Tired of It All, like, it's obvious.
Yeah, we might have just earned ourselves a couple of dislikes on this video for this mutual agreement that we have, but it's worth it.
Yeah, and there's people telling like a music video was like thinking like it reminds of a music video of Blink-182. It wasn't planned at all, like to make this kind of video.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, dude, that's a compliment. No worries.
But it's like really interesting you bring this up because like I feel like your band could appeal. Like I could see you do a tour with like a Chelsea Grin or a Whitechapel or like an Acacia Strain. But I could also see you do a tour with a band like Dance Gavin Dance or I Prevail or Issues or any of those types of bands. I feel like you could have a very broad and diverse audience.
Yeah, like A Day to Remember. Like doing heavy and pop and punk rock and hardcore.
Yeah, I think we can reach a lot of people because we incorporate so many genre into our songs. I mean, it's so simple the way we write songs. I mean, the way we write songs are not simple actually, because we spend a lot of time doing like, thinking, is it right? How can we incorporate that in a proper way? Our biggest challenge in Landmvrks is to incorporate all these elements in a good way, and it's harder than it seems. But the simple fact is that we just listen to so many things, and when I hear something like, when I was a kid and I heard some singers like Mitch Locker or singers from Chelsea Green, MU or whatever, and I was blown away. I was like, whoa, I need to try it. I need to practice. I need to practice to just for fun at first. So and now I've got all this bagage in French. I don't know the words, but I have all this different style of screaming that I have practiced when I was younger, just for fun, that I want to experiment in the band. That's just it.
Yeah, and heavy is such a subjective term nowadays. Like I've heard people ask, "Oh, is the music you listen to heavy like Creed or Linkin Park or Shinedown?" So I think in the end, like heavy is just what people make it, and I think in the end you bring heaviness, but you bring a lot of emotion. I think you make a sound that's going to resonate with multiple people.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're listening to Nirvana, it can be really heavy sometimes. So yeah, you just have to. It's actually just what you did. It's the way you're doing it, and if you put emotion in it, it's gonna be heavy for the listeners. I mean, heavy in terms of heaviness and emotions and everything.
Yeah, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. To the real heavy metal elitists, your music is going to sound like Cher to them, but like to like the radio friendly crowd, you guys are going to sound like Emperor. So
True.
Yeah. So it depends on who the audience is. And the final question I wanted to ask you is where in France is the band originally from?
Marseille.
Marseille. So, like, is there kind of like a scene that maybe you're involved in France? Because, you know, when it comes to heavy metal in France, I've interviewed a small handful of bands from France. I got to, not Gojira yet, but like I got to interview, Tem9, who's a really great melodic death metal band. A lot of incredible talent that's out there. So, is there like a scene that you're all currently active in, or has always the goal for Landmvrks to kind of go outside of your borders a little bit and play in front of different crowds?
I mean, in Marseille, the city, we used to have like a big hardcore scene.
Yeah.
But like right now, like the scene is like, I'm not gonna say like dead, but almost.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have bands, but not when it was like
not.
It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I know that right now we've got a pretty great black metal scene.
Yeah.
We've got pretty good bands. I'm not into black metal, but I know them and I know they are pretty respected and stuff. So, and then doing great music. So that's great. That's really great. Out of the black metal scene, I don't really know, like the metalcore scene in the south of France. So in Marseille, I'm not going to say in the south of France, but especially in Marseille, the metalcore scene is non-existent. Is it a word?
It's
I don't
dead.
know.
Dead.
Not even dead. It's like not even alive. Like there is no metalcore in Marseille. And that's why I guess we're not doing a typical metalcore, and that we're bringing a lot of hardcore and punk rock and punk hardcore influences, because we grew up with bands like that. Because in Marseille, there's a lot, they were a lot, still now, but a little bit more in the past, a lot of hardcore and punk rock bands.
Yeah.
And that's the scene we lived in, where we were every week.
We know very well, like going to the shows every weekend.
Yeah, every weekend at a show and just enjoying the scene with our friends. Yeah.
Well, it'll make you a standout band to be the only metalcore band in that regards, and so people will always remember you. I mean, for a period of time there was no metalcore bands in Massachusetts, and then you had Killswitch Engage, All That Remains, Shadows Fall, On Earth. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe you guys could be the Killswitch Engage of Marseille.
Oh man, that would be such an honor.
Yeah.
I really, really love Killswitch Engage.
Yeah. Well, you know what I've noticed is all the metalcore capitals of the world now are either Britain or former British colonies. So like you have like you have While She Sleeps and Architects, Bring Me the Horizon, Asking Alexandria in Britain, but you have Parkway Drive and Heart's Wake, Polaris, all those bands from Australia. So I think what needs to happen is we need to make metalcore happen in France, and then Algeria will be the next metalcore capital, or Vietnam will be the next metalcore capital, or something like that. So
that will be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, right now we've got, the French metal is bigger than ever, I guess, with Gojira and bands like Rise of the North Star, or
Novelists,
Betraying the Martyrs, and all the black metal band that I don't remember, like Alcest and stuff. Yeah. So I guess I don't remember any other bands that made it to
like
international before those bands. So I guess we can be quite happy for now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's getting bigger, and we're gonna get more interesting bands in the future.
Yeah. I heard I just interviewed this band last week actually, and they told me that, I don't know how far this is away from France, but Stuttgart, Germany. I interviewed this band last week called Venues. Really good band. If you never heard them, check them out. But
we know them.
We know them.
Yeah, great.
Robin.
Yeah. I interviewed Robin and Layla last week.
You know him very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they told me that in Stuttgart, Germany, that there's like a great scene for your style down there. So, maybe when shows open up, road trip.
Yeah, when we played in Stuttgart on the Weißschlitz tour, I think it was one of the biggest we had on the tour. Stuttgart was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean,
it's huge.
The whole Germany is crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That might not be saying too much, but we all know that.
Yeah.
But before we go, I want to thank you so much for your time today and for such a great discussion. And it feels so great after listening to the Blink-182 self-titled album for more than half my life to finally meet somebody who's in agreement. This made my week.
Yes.
I could finally close this chapter in my destiny. But is there just anything else with Landmvrks that you would all like to promote? Like, obviously, thanks to a certain virus that shall not be named, obviously shows aren't in the picture for now. But do you think that maybe when the world opens up again, you could bring Landmvrks to the States one day?
We would love to,
bro. we just can't wait.
Yeah.
Just if someone see this interview, just call us and bring us to the US right now.
We need to be like more passionate, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna do it. At some point. Like we have to.
Yeah, we want you here too. We really want you here.
Thank you.
Play in New York at one of our underground clubs, and mark my words, it'll be violent. I remember Ingested was playing at a show one time at this underground club, and I went out for a cigarette, and I heard the security guard coming out and panicking, going, "Dude, the wall is missing." I'm like, I don't mean to interject, but how does the wall go missing? The wall doesn't just go missing at a hardcore show, but
so sick.
Okay, deal. So we want to play in that venue.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up seeing videos of Madball and Terror doing CBGBs and stuff. So, I mean, I just can't wait to go in the US and play underground clubs.
Did you see the video of Madball playing in the park in New York City?
Yeah. That was crazy.
I was there.
It was like 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago.
It was over a week ago. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and yeah, that was. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
How many people?
Oh yeah.
Well, apparently they were expecting only 100 people, and they were close. It ended up being 3,000, but yeah, a bunch of people just walking their dogs and being like, "Oh, who's that band over there?" So,
why are you screaming? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So sick.
But thank you all so much. Everybody, we are here with Landmvrks. Be sure to check out their new album, Lost in the Waves, out now. This is Alex from Heavy New York, and we will see you next time.